So in other write-ups and things, Sky has called this a confessional play. I mean, it's an autobiography. It's about him, his life. He uses the word confession. So I'm curious about this word confess. What do you think it means to confess to people that you've never met before in a sort of wide context?
I mean, what's interesting about this play is that he's confessing his failures, which I really like. Sky and I just talk a lot about failure in general. And I think by confessing one's failures, you're making yourself vulnerable. And I think that audiences like vulnerability. They relate to it. I mean, they relate to a weakness within a character, I think. I mean that's what I do. In terms of an audience, like audiences that don't know him, I don't know. I wonder if that's the struggle with this play, because I can tell on stage who knows Sky and who doesn't, because like they laugh at everything, because it's like everything's an inside joke. So I don't know how audiences who don't know him feel. I think that they don't know the details of Sky's life. They're looking at it more as a play about aging and a play about, giving advice to your young self, as many of us think. Sky even says in the play, like when we did it back in Video Fag, he was more comfortable and he could...
I mean, it's an interesting choice to take it from that venue to, a theater festival thing,
That isn't necessarily queer, right?
Sure.
Like, Video Fag is super queer.
Sure.
And it's tiny, so Sky and I pretty much knew everybody in the audience.
You're shaking people's hands while you're on stage.
Yeah. So this time, I don't know who's coming. So,
Right.
But I don't know, and I don't know what that means for Sky. Like, I don't know if it's the same kind of level of confession when you're confessing to strangers, but maybe it's easier to confess to strangers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can kind of say everything because they won't judge you.
Sure.
Maybe.
Cool.
Yeah.